Good evening, it's the Romany Rye back again. I want to tell you a little story tonight, a little bit of a funny one. And this isn't a third-hand story, this is because I was there. So, this morning now, my grandfather, me and Uncle Harry, when he was working for my father and that, sets off for George Turner's, right? Uncle Harry was a little bit late, and my grandfather was giving him fucking murders. Anyway, we sets off. They two weren't speaking to each other much on the way up. It was trying to speak through Mandy, like, you know. But anyway, they got over that. Anyway, we gets up to George Turner's. Just as we pulls in the gate, who pulls in behind me grandfather was Uncle Sam. But when Uncle Sam and my grandfather got together, that was it, because they would rock her each other all day long. And that is the truth, all day long. I don't know what the fuck they talked about, but they did, whatever it was. So anyway, we gets into Turner's this morning. Unloads. And my grandfather was there with Uncle Sam, watching Uncle Sam get unloaded, see? So I goes into the office with my grandfather, because you used to get a shilling off the old woman. The old woman was lousy with money. Now, the first thing that happened when we got there that morning, it takes unbelieving, but it's the truth. And anybody who's listening from the Plymouth area will know what I'm saying. George Turner himself, the old man, never ever got married. His father started the business, and he had one sister. Now, he had that much money that he had a block of flats in Plymouth that he owned, but he stayed in the top one. Had a special personal lift and all put in, just for he and his mother. And in one of the rooms in his kenner, in his flat, it was all computers, high-tech stuff of the day, where he could log on and deal with the his shares, stocks and shares that he had. And that's what he lived for, no question about it. Anyway, going back to my story. This happened when we was there. Now, George Turner had a limousine Mercedes every year, brand new one, for himself, that was chauffeur driven. He and his mother would ride in the back of the car, be dropped off, and the car would be put away. He had another brand new Mercedes, because the old woman was still a bit mobile then, not too much though, but enough. He had another Mercedes that was specifically to go to the bank to draw cash and to get the cat's food. Now, going to the bank was no problem. Getting the cat's food was no problem, except for the fact the cat's food had to be the best tinned salmon you could buy. I'm not joking here, people. God straight me dead on my Brian's life. His cats in that yard was his life. Anyway, this chavvy thought he was going to be clever. So he would go and buy, I don't know, we'll say 20 packs of salmon for these cats, see? So he must have thought to himself, fuck it, I'm not going to feed these cats out. I'm going to give them the old cat food, and I'm going to have the salmon for myself to take home. Anyway, somebody must have dobbed him because he got caught. Instant dismissal. So there was mutinies up there that morning. It was a bit chaotic. Everybody was running around everybody's ass because old George was in a bad mood. Anyway, we got weighed off. Uncle Sam got weighed off. So They both come in the office and I was in there. I didn't say nothing because you weren't allowed to say nothing. So as we was going towards the office, my grandfather turned around to Harry. He said, get a bundle of bags there. There was, say, 25 or 50 bags in a bundle, or get a couple of bundles of bags. Anyway, Uncle Harry thought he was being clever, see. So when he got over to where the bags was, and the baler was right next to it, and beside the baler was, I don't know, maybe 2 ton of copper baled up. Bale was about 2 foot, I suppose, by about 9-10 inches, by about 3 inches thick. So Uncle Harry thought he would tour one of these bales. Mate, you never seen nothing like it. Anyway, he wrapped the bale up in these bags, nobody was dicking, see, and started walking across the yard with the bale under his arm like that, see. When he got halfway across the yard, he must have tripped up or fallen or done something, and he hit the ground. Now, Uncle Sam and my grandfather was in there talking to George about whatever it was. George was looking out the window, and he said to my grandfather, Clarence, he said, your boy Harry's just fallen over like in the middle of the yard. So without further ado, George took off running. Out to Harry, see? By this time, there's 3 or 4 of them out there. So George Turner said, Harry, are you all right? Are you all right, Harry? Yeah, Mr. Turner, just leave me go until I get up. I'll be right in a minute. So he said, get your father. So my grandfather went out there, and Harry must have given some signal or said something to him. And my grandfather said, well, leave him there, George, leave him there. No, we better get the ambulance. No, he'll be all right, Anyway, left him there, and I was out there then, standing up. See, so it lost its interest. I was there talking to him. You're right, Uncle Harry, and all this fucking shit. Anyway, he managed to get up on his knees. But now he had to lift this bale off the floor, wrapped up in these sacks, so nobody could dig it. So he was going, oh, pick the bags up. I helped pick up a few bags. Anyway, he got over to the lorry, put this cover on the floor, see, on the seat. Old Carl come over, the foreman. You all right, Harry? Yeah, Carl. I don't know what happened. He said, I felt dizzy and bad. He said, you sure you're all right? So he brought in there a cup of tea and sugary tea and this, that, and the other. Yeah, I'll be right. So, anyway, Uncle Sam and my grandfather got paid out. So they must have agreed to meet each other down the road, see? Pulls out of George Turner's, goes out to the end of the road, turn left, down towards the Barbican. See? Pulls in down there in the lay-by. My Uncle Sam said, what's ever the matter, Harry? Are you all right? Yeah, I'm all right, Uncle Sam. I'm all right. So my grandfather was giving Harry fuck now. He wasn't in the best mood when we left. Because my grandfather had a fiddle there anyway. So he said to Harry, why the fuck would you... Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So we were supposed to go back to Tyrrell's in St. Austell, see? St. Blasey. So go back in there and pick up, I think it was 4 pallets of gunmetal swarf and some brass and stuff. So Mr. Tyrrell was there, and he said to me, grandfather, he said, well, there's that pallet there, there's so many underweight on there, and there's so many underweight on there. So Mr. Tyrrell said to Harry, you can drive the forklift, I suppose, can't you? Yes, sir, he said, certainly I can. Right. So now my grandfather told Uncle Harry to drive the lorry down the bottom of the yard and come out through the shed and put it on the lorry, see. That's what he done. Now, Uncle Harry was in there spinning around with the forklift, and lifting the cover up and down anyway, messing about really. So he picks up the first yak, and Uncle Harry's shouting at me now because he's next in command, see? So he's giving me the fucking grief. They're saying, where should I put it, Mush? Where should I put it? Over there. I say, over there a bit, over there a bit. Up, 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 up. And then he nearly lost one patch anyway. What he done? What he done, I do not know. But he put his foot there on the throttle like this on this fucking forklift and tried to do this donut. Well, as he went around, the second time he come around, he been and bashed right into the wing of my grandfather's lorry, right? Bashed the wing right in. So he jumped off the forklift. He said, I'm going to say you done it. I said, you fuck off, I didn't do it, Uncle. He said, yeah, he said, that's what I'm going to say. Anyway, my grandfather come outside, see? Jumped in the lorry. Yeah, all the way home now. Uncle Harry was trying to talk about anything else, see? And looking at Manny and going, don't say Nixie, see? Right. Uncle Harry knew, as soon as my grandfather drove in that yard, see home, he would not come around this side of the truck. So we gets home. My grandfather picks up his bag of money and off he goes, see. Into my granny, sits down. She makes a cup of tea. Now, the lorry's in the yard now with a dented in wing, see. So, he wasn't sitting down no more about, couldn't be no more than 10, 15 minutes. The phone rings. It's Mr. Terrell. Clarence, he said, your boy driving that forklift, he said, is he all right? Yeah, he said. What's the matter? Well, he said, have you seen the damage? What damage, he said? He said he drove in the front of you, in the front wing of your lorry. Oh, he hadn't, he said. He said, yeah, one of the blokes seen him. He was out there driving rather erratic, really, he said. Oh, my grandfather goes out in the fucking yard. Dick's at the wing of his lorry. Dirty. Uncle Harry took off running. You fucking bastard, he said. You hit this fucking lorry. Now, the thing of it is, again, I keep telling you about pictures. I got him here. My grandfather, I've known my grandfather, not off of that particular lorry, but the older ones that he had there. And when I was very, very young, unbolt the fucking wings and polish the wings of his lorry. He used to polish his lorries like he would a car. Anyway, he'd been hit the wing of the lorry now. Now, that started Tommy off, see? What the fuck's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Then Uncle Harry forgot all about his bail. Tommy Warren opened the door like that to see if the fucking door was buckled, because he hit the wing. What's in on the floor of the fucking lorry? It's the copper bell. Oh, he went fucking berserk. See, my Uncle Tommy could do all the fiddles in the world, but you weren't allowed to do one. And that is the truth. God straight me poor is dead. He went fucking schizo. Yeah. If George Turner caught us doing that, we'd be fucking chucked out. Blah, 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 and a bad name and all this, that, and the other. So, I think my grandfather actually said that he told Harry to do it. Just to keep the peace. But he went fucking berserk, but that was a bad day for my Uncle Harry. He took off running, jumped on his motorbike and fucked off. But we didn't think there was anybody looking at us. Uncle Harry was doing these fucking donuts, you know, when he turned the wheel on the forklift. Oh my God. Yeah. If he could have caught it at that time, he'd have given him a flip, I know that. But yeah, that was one old funny story about when I was a bit younger. But they was a good times though. We have fucking good times then. Nobody was, well, Uncle Harry and Uncle Tommy was arguing all the time, but when Uncle Tommy went home, down there was fucking lovely, like, you know. He was never one for no fun. But if you've listened to my stories, it was all right for Tommy to be involved in any of the fiddles and do what he had to do. But as soon as anybody else done one, no, he fucking didn't like it, boy. And that's the way it was. But Uncle Harry that day, oh, he said he was going to say that I'd done it. And he was covering up for me. Was he fucking giving me the blame? So that's a funny story about George Turner's. But I don't think Uncle Sam actually liked the fact that when my grandfather told him what happened, I don't think Uncle Sam liked it too much. He didn't make much of it, but I don't think he liked it. So now it's bye-bye from the Romany Rye. That's a little taster for the night. I thought you might like to hear that one. Oh, well, that was a funny one. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.